All right, I'm going to say this again. So I look up here, and the way the light is, I have a minimal amount of light and dark. So I kind of like that because I may have another pose that is has more of a dense feel to it. So let's go. And I'm going to right away, I'm going to make some choices. I already started here. What do I like here? I'm going to put a vertical in here because I see it, and I'm going to move through here. I'm going to start to put form in. What I want to say here. Now these are quick drawings. Quick drawings. It's not, I'm not copying so much as I'm taking away what I see, what I like to exaggerate. Okay, voila. So now it's starting to come together for me. Actually, we do this for ourselves, I guess. Yeah? Okay. I like to have that read right through here. I'd like to have you guys, when you do your work, I'm going to take this down. When you do your work, always be proactive in what you're going to say and how you want to say it. Okay. Now we have these lines are soft. This is a soft cast shadow, very soft. Everything's soft. Now we have a hard. This is my hardest hard. So now you see that for me was really about what I want to say. I'm going to push that up, and we have a nice secondary read there, and that's good. All right. Now I want to see how much I don't need to say here. I would like to put part of the attitude of her portraiture. But you notice how I'm just building little clumps of form. Little clumps of form. That's not my scale. My scale is off. And you know, I want to keep this as a nice. Okay, this is what I do when I just draw for myself. I try to just make a design, a beautiful design.
Instead of draw, like there, you didn't draw her arm.
No,
you just did
a gray mass,
okay.
Gray mass, gray mass, gray mass. All right, I put this in space. And now I'm going to determine my linear pattern. How much linear pattern do I want? What's necessary? I'm going to find the size of the neck. And you see, you don't need a lot of line. You just don't. It goes into nothing. This, I'm going to just rectify this form. Okay, cool. Cool. This is my cast shadow. So I'll do one here, and one up here. Always working in threes. We do that with color. We do that with line. We do that with a shadow. You're going through space. Descriptive line. We've studied that. This is fun because with just a line, we're going to understand so much. I don't like that. I didn't do very well, but that's okay. Just let it be. Just let it be. Descriptive line here. I don't see it up there, but I'm going to give it to the viewer. And I think I'll leave that like that. Okay. Because I've chosen to work I'd like to do a portrait today too with this beautiful young lady. If we could do that. I'd really like to get a portrait or a 3/4. So I'm trying to figure out how much I don't have to say here. And sometimes you look out and sometimes you don't. So I'm going to take that down. Now I'm going to go with my halftones quickly, just a little bit. I'm going to pull it through here. I would love it someday when you become accomplished painters that you use these ideas, the simplicity of the form. Okay, now I'm going to go and establish a light pattern. Let's start right here. And see how much I don't have to say. Voilà. See, now I like that. I guess that's pretty important. But I like that because it's the essence of what's up there. It's the essence of what's up there. Now the light's hitting here. And when I put that in, I pushed it up. We have a light source here. I'm going to just keep this quiet. Keep this quiet. Now I'm going to go in now. This is what we do. We have all of our halftones. We have our lightest light. Now we come in and finish it with our darkest darks. I'm going to put this in a halftone over here. Descriptive line. Now this is a quick exercise, so you don't, but you have to choose what you want to say. It's really important. And everyone in the room will have a different need, a different way of seeing. I'll pull that up, pull that over. I don't like it, it's too repetitive, so I'm going to do this, voila. I'm going to reinforce this. Oh, I love that. That describes the rib cage. It's just wrapped around the form. You see it? To die for. I'm going to put the middle of the form, and then we're going to do like that. Okay? There you go. I like that. I like that. You know why I like that? Because I did it. Stephen did it. Anything I do is marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Marvelous. So isn't that fun? Are we having fun or what? Okay, now I want this to be just a little darker. Right through here. Oh, Stephen. Oh, you've done it again. Done it again. Okay. I keep that. That's not my read. That's my secondary read. This is my first read. I'm going to pull this up and over. I'll gray this out. Just pull a light to give me the form. And I want to open up the light force right up in here. And I'll do this. And can we move, sweetie? Can I have a back shot, please? Please. All right. So what are we going to do? Let's enjoy. You got the system? You understand what I'm doing, right? Okay. Now I'm going to enter into this line here. I'm going to put the shoulder. Voila. We can use that line to negotiate. I'll bring my hip over. All right. Da 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 da. Now you have every right to do whatever you want. If you want more of a movement, you want more static, that you are in charge. I'm going to lay in a nice form here that I like. And we're going to be proactive. Now when I'm on the side of this form here, I'm going to give you a little tip. There's a lot of action here because of all the muscles and the bones and everything. If you have a form here, if you can pull it through for the viewer, simplify that. That's a big secret. Just do that, because the student spends hours and hours going for every little thing here. You've got to simplify it. And that's why you take these courses, to learn to simplify. That's the most important thing you're going to learn. To simplify, simplify. And I'm going to pull right through here as my halftone, and I'm going to pull. I'm going to use my form, halftone, halftone, halftone. Okay, going to the universe. Universe, halftone, halftone, and let's get this together now. I'm going to pull this in, and I don't really see it straight because I don't see it there, but I'm going to throw in it straight. You see the change of pace, change of pace. I want to get it, oh, that's kind of a nice line. I'm going to use that. Nope, I'm going to pull it over. I'll see. Okay, da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. Okay, so, what's my dynamics here? It's a beautiful dynamics, huh? This is to die for, cast shadow. Beautiful dynamics. See that? Beautiful. Okay, and we just do this. There we go. Almost there. All right, now this is, I'm going to lay in this, just the face, and lay it in. Now, today I want to talk about profile. We're gonna do a, when you have a scale like this, a small drawing, never draw the lips at this. Just draw the dentition. You do not need to draw. It's the form there that's not pretty. You do not need to draw lips, upper and lower lip. You just don't. Because it's away from us, we're going to keep it in a nice half tone. And we're going to give us just an idea of what the hair form could be. And we can lay in the ear if we want. Cozy. This is even much more. I'm thinking it's maybe too much, but we'll just keep that. Okay, now let's go. Let's have fun now. Let's have fun. We generated our halftones right away. There is an edge. There's a beautiful edge on the form. Anytime we can get that with a light, we go for it. Right here. Right there. Yeah. That's real pretty. And what happens is it comes over here, and that's the top of the shoulder blade. Okay. I'm going to hit this just to make sure we feel that. And nice bump here. And you know, it doesn't really matter that it's really descriptive of something. If you find anything attractive, go for it. Just throw it in there. A change of pace. I'm going to put a halftone right in here because I want to. And let's do this. Let's put this guy in. And that's enough for that. And now I'm going to start to hit my darks. I don't like this. I'll create another form. I don't like this. I'll create another form. That's maybe just cool like that. Ho, 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 Stephen. So here we go. I'm going to put the top on the form. Less is more. Less is more. It's almost there. See, that you don't even need anything there. That's what's so cool. And I don't need anything here. What I do need is this. This is going to describe form and form. And form. Voila. And this will be my darkest dark here.
I see. So you were smart with your first
Oh, I'm
drawing,
smart.
not to draw the arms, just a gray area, so that you could overlap without there being too much visual information.
Yeah. Light source. That's kind of cool, that area, because it exists. It's wonderful. It just gives this fantastic, just beautiful, just freaking beautiful. What can I say? Okay, now descriptive line. Descriptive line. And that's about all I want to say here. I don't like an ear. I like to have an ear give me. I turned her ear a little bit because I like my ears like this. I've got, I'm sensitive to my ears. Miss Paul. Ear there. I love it when I have an ear in a painting. Okay. Now it's easy. Now it's easy. I like this. I'm going to keep it. I think I'll just, I know what I'll do. I want to keep a gray pattern going through my drawing. And I'll bring this up. Voila.
What is that going to be?
Pardon?
What is that going to be? What you just drew?
I'm sorry?
What is this going to be?
You'll see. You'll see. It's going to be the arm, and it's going to be the overlap on the. You'll see, David. If I charge extra, I'll tell you everything before. So edge. Now we've got to make it work. I want to make sure my scale is good. So this is all you got to do now. Just sit back and enjoy. Just enjoy putting these things together. It's like a puzzle, Just a puzzle. I'm copying, but at the same time when I copy, I'm thinking of what if we could do this, what if we could do that. This is a little too far. We'll see what we got. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We're almost there. Almost there. See that? See, isn't that pretty? All right, let's go like this. I want to make sure I get my profile in the right spot. Actually, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just, we can't be all excited about this, but it would be nice if it came together properly. All right, now I have stuff I can work with. I think I'm going to pull. I think I'm going to put the head over to the left more. Let me find my way here. It's all cast shadow. That's fun. Look at that. Look at that. So pretty. Okay? It's all cast shadow. Comes down, hits the hip. Half tone, half tone. All right, shoulder, clavicle, neck, ear, hair form. I'm gonna put her face out this way. I'm gonna tip it. I think I'm gonna tip it. Yes. All right, we're good. We're good. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Holla, that's what I want. I'm a happy camper. Some things I like in there. Now let's go in and own this guy. Just go in and own him. Okay. All right, voila. So we were enthused with this form. I'll bring it down. What I think I'll do is just marry all these forms together. Just see if we can get away with it, okay? You never know. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. There's a nice edge here. That goes to the universe. This is nice edge. And this is descriptive line right here, made by the beautiful shadow pattern. And I'm going to just lay in the shoulder. Voila. That's enough. This is all going to be very, very subtle. I want this so subtle. All right, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. I said today I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not going to get all excited. I'm just going to sit back and draw. And if you guys, and then you can just, if you're not happy, just walk out. That's what I do. I would just leave. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. And I'm going to just keep that now. Now I'm going to go back in and negotiate my lights. And then we're going to come back in and see what I want to say. I think it's too heavy here. Okay, let's go. We use the eraser because we create planes, and once we have planes, we see the figure better. I might have had the breast too low. That doesn't matter. It doesn't make a big difference. What do I want to say? Do I want anything over there? Maybe a little bit. Okay. Everything is feminine is on that page now, right? Isn't that cool? We feel the form is just beautiful forms. And that's what it should be about. So there's always a nice little cavity here you want to get. And in here, there's a cavity you want to get. And what this is, when you do this, you have a change of pace of form. There's little forms like this. See little forms? You want to have that. I'm going to keep this darker here because the sun hits there, and we have a nice movement in space. Soften this, soften that. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Now remember, we're making some decisions in form, and we'll be coming back in with our linear pattern when we finish. You're designing with your whites. You're going to have to anyway. And let's see, what do I want to say here? I'm going to put my emphasis on the hip. And I'm going to put the center of the form right over here. Voila. And this has to be redesigned. This is halftone here. There we go. Almost there. So let's go and find our way. It's got to come over here. This has got to come down here. This is going to come in. I'm going to make this more svelte. Yes. This is the top of my form right here. Okay, I like that. Like that. So let's find this guy. See, now I'm not seeing this very well. It's just because of the ambient light. That's my excuse. That creates one form, one form, one form. Still don't like this. Don't like that. I shouldn't have. Let me see what I can do here. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Don't tell anyone, okay? Yeah, that's better. Put this guy back. Let's take him back. I don't like when there's a lot of white coming through here. I'd rather keep it in a, see, I'd rather have this form, reuse the form, rather than have a lot of stuff breaking up. Okay, I'm going to find a better solution here. This is a little repetitive. Almost there. Turn the corner. This is all nice and sharp right here. I love that form right there. I love it, I love it, I love it. The breast creates that form. This is the form that goes under. Well, change the pace right here. And I'm going to keep this a little. All right, we're almost done. Almost done. See what you do. You're going to go up there and look for something. You're going to draw it. You're going to try to make it your own. And once you do that, you're going to see, I don't like this, or I like it, or whatever. But you got to first of all put it on there, and then live with it. I'm going to get rid of that. I see. I'm just doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pull that through. I don't like that form. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to put a descriptive line right in here. And that's enough of that. Let's own this form. Let's own this form. And that's about it. Sweetie, you can rest. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just see what we got now, folks. Don't like this line. Take this down. Pull this over. And then we're almost there. I'm going to get away. I'll see if anything is worthwhile here. But that's the way to go about it. That's the way to go about it. Okay, okay. I like it when you look at this and it's like transparent forms. Just you know, you see through into another. That's why I like this exercise. I don't like this line. I'll get rid of that. Voilà, that's it. See, we started. Remember, we started minimum. 1, 2, 3 minimum, and then we have the major, big, strong bass, and this is a middle tone, middle way. So that's what you look for. That's actually how you should see this drawing if it's working, just like that. Just in abstract form. And it would even be more abstract if we didn't have the heads, you see? That's what my painting's all about. Isn't that interesting? It's exactly what my painting is all about, right there. Okay. Oh. I wanted to do that. Perfect. Thank you. All right, let's go. All right, not bigger than the hand size. Let's go. Let's enjoy it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to put the profile over here. Wait a minute. Should I put it here or here?
Decisions.
Anyway, let's do it this way. Okay, here we go. There's your size. There's your size. And let's go. All right, we're going to make sure that we can see it's kind of a 3/4. I had her looking straight ahead because you guys are, when you're done with this drawing, you're going to be either on the left side or the right side. You're going to do a profile. And yeah, I want you to do the same thing on the same page, okay? All right, let's go. We're going to run it through. And I'm going to draw the eye form just so you're aware of that eye form. Even though you don't see it here, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. You have to always work with form. Always with form. All right, so I'm going to place my my eyelash. Now, when you do your eyelash, you don't do this thing, whatever, never. You're not going to do this, okay? Give me a break. It's just a form of, it's a dark form that creates. Now, she has very light eyelashes. There is a double fold there. You want to get that double fold. It really helps with the personality. It really makes the eye too. Even if you don't see it, because I don't see it, I put it in anyway. Just do it. Okay, unless you're really in doing a portrait of someone and have it, then that's another ballgame. All right, I'm going to get my iris in here. I want to get that scale right away. The scale of the iris with the eye. And I'm going to build my lower eyelash and form, and I'm going to do it like this because I want to. How's that? Okay, and you need just a little bit of white. That's cool, and you can take that down and you can adjust it if it's too aggressive, but just leave it. It helps. And now I'm going to come over here, and really important, please just remember this. This is an eye socket. We need the eye socket. Now I love the way her eye socket. I love the way this goes up here. So I'm just going to lay this in. Take that down because it's in shadow, and I'm going to put my eyebrow a little harder form in here. Diminish this, and we're ready to go. All right, one eye over. Same thing. And I make a lot of noise upstairs, huh?
Yeah.
So I love about these old buildings. You can hear everything. And we have trains. I love the trains that go through. Do you guys ever hear the trains?
Yes.
Are you aware of them? I'm not aware of them unless I'm outside. I just love that.
We hear them at home all the time too.
You what?
We hear them
Oh,
at
yeah?
home going
Oh.
through town.
Uh-huh. I like that. Okay, so here I can see here, there's a little fold. All right, let's come up here. This is my hardest or my darkest dark right here, okay? I've established that. And I'm going to, now the nose starts here. The nose is up here. Just remember that. And you're going to draw it in. You're going to draw it in, and you're going to see right away the tip of the nose is right here. Okay, I did that. Now this is, we're going to come over here. Always everything in parallel, everything. And this is the side of the face. That's cool. All right, now, this is always, you have the eye that's closest to you is the portrait eye. The eye closest to you is here. And the eye farthest away has very little meaning. Let it be, just let it be. Because if I give as much attention to this eye as this eye, it's going to flatten the form out. Let's say I give a lot of attention to this eye comes out, it's completely against what you see up there. So this is what we do, and we do that in painting. We know how to do that, where you give very little activity over here and the more activity here. So, and that's like everything you do, you choose. It's a choice of what you're going to do. All right, I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to find about what the size of the nose, and we're going to do our wedge form. Always do it, and always, even if the light's hitting it straight on, always just draw in the wedge form. Okay. Cool. All right, so this is what we're looking for, this V, okay? I would rather this nose be shorter than longer, because everyone's going to make it long. You just do. We're programmed to do that. You got to learn how to look up this. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Now, I ask you nicely to put in this shadow, only because that helps you to establish distance. From the nose to the lips. My nostril, put that nostril in, that creates your horizontal. There's a nostril form over here. And now I'm going to start to do my lips. Now this is how I do my lips. You can do it however you want. I like just to draw them like this, just to feel them, to feel the form. I create the form by just drawing like this. Okay. Don't forget to throw the cast shadow on the lower lip. This cast shadow gives you form. This creates form right here. Just know it. What is this? Oh, God. But isn't that fun? That is so much fun. Okay, here we have a hard edge right here, a nice hard edge. It comes over here, the nice hard edge. Nice hard edge. Down here, this turns under a little bit, and you have a nice change of pace and color. And when you paint it, this is a richer color, that's a lighter color, this is your darker color. And basta. So we learn that just when we're doing our drawing. We have a cast shadow, cast shadow, and a shadow. This is a fill shadow. And it has an edge on it right here. Edge, edge. Okay, now I'm going to draw through my form. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go to the model, and you draw as best. There's no secret here. There's no easy way. Just have to come down and try to study. She has a nice jaw formation here. This kind of comes in. All right. And her forehead's going to be a little short because we're looking up. Okay. I'm going to find the neck. right here. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to find, that looks a little small for the form here. So I'm going to open it up, the neck. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to find where the ear starts, where it stops. I'm going to take it out a little bit. I think it has a bigger form. Okay. Could be. This all could be. That's going to work. We're going to find her hairline. This is also something you just have to be aware. Take your time. Find a beautiful form here if you want to get a nice form. Okay. Now, before we go any farther, you want to concentrate on the hair mass. A hair mass will place it in space, and will give you scale. Now, when you do hair, you're going to design constantly. I just did this. It's wonderful because I did it. It's wonderful. Just beautiful forms. Beautiful forms. This seems to pull here. I'm going to pull this out, maybe do a nice straight here. Who knows? And any form I do is going to have, it's going to have my presence, my choice. Now do your hair form and put them in a dense color because you can feel form much better. Okay. Now you could get away. I can't. You guys could. And that may work. I don't know. One thing that's important, let's talk about it. We would like to do a portrait closest to what we see, but it's not what we're about right now. It's a beautiful form on your page. This has to come together. I don't care if it looks like her. That's not the problem. You just want to have beauty right here. Where I am now, we could be pretty close. I think this is a little too high. Take it down just a tad. Yeah, and I'm going to put this guy in there. All right. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Now, this is important that we get our shadows in here because the shadows that create the form. And we're going to get going. Let's get going. This shadow is going to tell you that this is where the clavicle comes together. And it's going to come over here. Oh. There's a piece of wood in there. Okay, let's go. There's the face is like an egg.
Can't see it on the screen.
Oh, you can't see it on the screen? Okay. It's just like an egg. Okay. And it turns like this. Let's see. Oh, we're looking at this side. No, this side. Sorry. And it turns under. It turns under. It goes under. And we're aware of that. We're going to be aware of it. So you can see in the model, you can see around her mouth, you see it's a half tone. There's a beautiful half tone here. It's turning under. And we're going to be one with that. Okay? Over here, we have a beautiful edge on the form. And we have a great cast shadow right here. Right here. And this is quiet. Okay, now let's go in and mess with this. And let's get our halftones. I want to establish a passage up here. We're going to come over here. This is away from the viewer. It's away from the viewer, so our light is not as aggressive as this side. Okay? almost there. That's really nice for a young woman. See, like that. You don't want to go more than that. If you exaggerate more of that, it's not attractive. For myself, you can hit it as hard as you want. Okay. All right, now we can have fun. There's a plane here. There's a real nice plane right here. We want to go for that. It's a good change of pace. And I'm going to pull this under, and we're almost ready to paint, to go somewhere with this. Everything is go. I'm going to put a halftone on the lips so we have more of a highlight. If you have a nice highlight down there and it's really white, it gives you a sense of a wet highlight, and that makes lip. Okay, we're going to keep this as less info as possible here. Let's show you what we'll do. We'll do this, just so we know, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. And that will tell us what we want to say. You see how that gives you the jawline? All right, let's get going. There's two planes. There's a plane on top and a plane on the side. To make that read, you go like this. Understand? There's one plane and another plane. So now now we're going to hit it here. And you can see, boom, boom, okay?
Did you use a white pencil for the line down the nose?
I used eraser.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to just put a little bit of light on here because I want to keep that value. I like that color. I think I'll put a little bit of light in here. Voila. Okay, so let's go here. I'm establishing my lights now. I like that. And I'm going to take this down here because remember it's down here. I'm going to keep this just quiet so it'll turn under. I'm going to establish a form. And I haven't done my dark yet, okay? Good. Okay, all right. All right, let's go now. I'm going to start to draw. This is just a pool of dark in here. Pool of dark. My darkest dark. This is a beautiful cast shadow over here, but I hate it when I do that. It's beautiful cast shadow here. I love this part. And this guy describes form. Okay, that's that. You're going to go over this area here. It's always try to keep this in shadow. And then remember, we're going to do less over here. I'm going to keep that quiet. Not that quiet. I always try to get away with the least amount of activity. And that's actually what happens as you progress, as you become more and more adept at this. You learn to less is more, always. That's the most universal. Okay, we're almost there. I kind of like that. I don't know who did it. But I'm going to push this back. When we draw hair is just like a cloud, just soft. And even if you do this, that makes hair. Let's see, the light will be on top here. So if you want, you can do this. You can do whatever you want. I don't like that, but you can do that at the end. Okay, so the light's this way, so I'm going to put my shadow on this side. And we're going to hold this a nice dark. Now this, when I do this, I feel bad because I take your time from you, but we've got to do this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the, I'm not going to demo the profile until later because I want you to get some stuff done. And then, but back here, when you go back, just take it back, make sure it's dark, and to show that she has light here, you're going to, this is your halftone, you see? This is your halftone. And then you do stuff like this. Now, the lightest light's hitting the forehead, and you're going to do this with your hair, okay? I'd love to draw the ear because I'm really good at it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to, this is you, I don't know, you haven't been nice to me. I don't know why I should suffer, so I'll just let it go.
20 minutes.
Okay, oh, we're done, almost done. Now watch, this is what we're going to do. Now we've done all of our stuff. This is our, voila, 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 and up here, closest to the light. And we're not going to overdo it. We're not going to overdo it. I'm going to just put a little more up here. Oh, one thing. Sorry. Okay. Take that down. There you go. And please don't mess with this stuff here. Don't go in with your highlights there because that's sitting, that's dark. I can even make it darker. That's her personality. Make it even a little darker. It's kind of cool. There you go. And we'll do it over here. And you, I'm going to clean up one area and we're done. Clean this up a little bit. This is your lightest light, but don't go with your chalk because it's gonna, it'll be overpowering. And we'll go over here. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay? Any questions? No questions. Okay, shall we go?